Hello everyone, welcome to the Remote Work and Travel Show, a new show on YouTube that Rufus and I have started for the very good reason that if you started a job recently, straight after university or whatever, odds are you started remote work first. And many of us who've been in jobs for 5, 10, 15, 20 years plus are also moving towards a remote work mostly setup. And the thing about remote work is, remote work means work from home, right?
Yes.
But working from home doesn't mean you have to work from your home city or home country. So this channel is dedicated to those who want to venture out into the world and remote work and travel while they still keep their job or they freelance or whatever it is. I'm Matt C. Smith. This is
Rufus Tangen. And I had a question. Why are we the right people to talk about this topic?
Obviously, we're not very good because we should have 2 mics. We have 2 mics. We'll have them in the future episodes. But Rufus, great question. Now, I have been remote working and traveling now for about 4 years. I've had a base city, which has been Oslo, Norway, where we are right now. But in the last 9 months, I've lived in Barcelona for 4 months. I lived in Lisbon for 5 months. And I have structured my life in a way where the last 9 months I've lived in Airbnbs. An interesting thing for the channel to come, I have been I've decided to live in co-working spaces for the next 6 months of 2021. So I've been building my life and my businesses around myself. And that's sort of why I think I'm qualified to talk about this, because I've gone through all the pain points of taxation, of paying myself in different currencies, on spending different currencies based on a nominal currency. So I want to share some of my experiences, travel insurance, all those kind of questions. Rufus, why are you qualified to talk about this topic?
I've been living in Spain for 3 years.
I love having my arm around him.
Yeah.
You know? We're not traveling together. That's what this show's about.
I've been living in Spain for 3 years, working for a Norwegian company.
Yep.
Last 5 months, I lived in Lisbon and still working for a Norwegian company. Now I'm back here in Oslo, starting my own company where I eventually want to be located independent.
Location independent. And that's the interesting thing about this show, because the old school word for a digital nomad was, digital nomad, right? And most people's impression of a digital nomad is someone who sells or freelances, sells a skill online, right? But the industry's changed, because now you or anyone who has a job with Facebook or a bank or whoever you work for, odds are you are moving towards a weekly setup that only requires you to be in the office 1 day a week or not at all. So this show is going to be dedicated to those people, hopefully you. If you think this show is going to be something interesting to you, give us a sub. And if you're not convinced yet, you know where we are, the Remote Work and Travel Show here on YouTube. For the next 6 months, I'm going to be traveling around Lisbon, Vilnius, London, back to Oslo, and then to Cape Town towards the end of 2021, only living in co-living spaces to experience how easy it is actually to live, work, and travel. And Rufus.
Yeah, and is one important thing that you didn't mention.
Which is?
We want to cover both sides of it. So both the business side of it, like how is the company structuring so people can actually work remote, and how as an employee you can work remote.
Because I'll tell you one thing, if you work for a company and you've been living in, say, London, working for a British bank or whatever, right? And now you're going remote working, a lot of people don't believe that they're allowed to travel and work. But let me ask you this. If you're going to move from one flat in the same city to another, you wouldn't tell your company I'm moving flats, right? But now that you're remote working and working from home, I don't believe that you should tell them that you're going to move to a new city and it be a big problem. So we're going to try to work with you and companies and show you how your employees can do this, empower them to do this, because remote work has been proven to work. There are a lot of companies that have been born in the last year or two since the crisis that have been engineered to support people who are remote work and traveling. So it's an exciting time for all of us to venture into this new world. We're going to introduce you to some companies that help with travel insurance, that help with how to manage your taxes and your payments, and basically just set yourself up so that you have all the comfort of home or your home city and home country, but all the benefits of being in Barcelona or Lisbon or Cape Town or any city on the planet that you want to go and remote work from.
And you maybe think that this is not possible for me because my company doesn't allow that, but we want to show you examples that you can bring to your business and show them this company did this, so why can't we do it? So it's gonna be possible for you and your company to set up the same solutions other companies have been doing.
Perfectly said, Rufus. And I am going to do my very best to interview lots of location independent, that's the new word for digital nomad, or remote workers. I'm going to interview people everywhere I go and firstly learn, who do they work for? What do they do? How much money do you actually need to do this? Because believe it or not, it's most likely less than you think it is. And it might very much well be, if you live in an expensive city, less than you're currently spending on a permanent residence and other things like that. I've gone through I put a lot of my stuff in storage, so I've costed that out for you. So we're going to try and give you a cost analysis of how this can be a reality for you going forward. So we're going to release weekly videos, right? That's the plan. One video every single week. And what day are we going to release on? We should probably decide that.
Oh, what do you think? What do you guys
think? Actually? Yeah, what day should we release the videos on? And if there are any topics you want us to cover, let us know in the comments, or at Rufus Tangen on Instagram, at MattCSmith_ on Instagram. I think we should probably create an Instagram page for this too.
Yeah.
The Remote Work and Travel Show. Stay tuned for some fun content. I've been Matt C. Smith.
This is Rufus Tangen.
He always is like, this is Rufus Tangen. Anyway, we'll see you in the next episode. Have a nice day. And hey, think about remote work and traveling. Trust me, it's a game changer.